Greetings to you this day. This is Michelle Strickland, and it's Monday. So this is Conversations with Self. So this is a conversation I'm having with myself, but I'm just gonna release it and record it because maybe somebody else will get something out of it. So what are we gonna talk about today, Self? Oh, I'm sorry. Before I do that, I just wanted to take the opportunity. This is Martin Luther King Day here in the United States, and I'd like to take a moment to thank and commemorate Dr. King for his humanitarian work and contributions he made for society. Okay. Okay. Now let's go ahead and get what we're going to talk about today. So we're going to talk about climate change. So you know, let's just talk about it. You know, a little bit. I remember when it used to snow all the time. I'm in an area where we had all the seasons, and I remember when it used to snow a lot, but it seems a lot hotter these days. But at any rate, that's here and there. So, thank you for joining me today for this crucial public service announcement. Today, I'm going to discuss an issue that transcends borders, politics, and ideologies, an issue that impacts every living being on this planet. We're here to talk about climate change, the global environmental crisis that is reshaping our world as we know it. Climate change is not a distant threat. It's happening now. We witness its effects through extreme weather events. Hurricanes, droughts, floods, and wildfires are becoming more frequent and more severe. Rising temperatures and changing weather patterns are disrupting ecosystems and threatening biodiversity at an unprecedented rate. Our fellow inhabitants on this planet, the flora and the fauna, are facing extinction. Iconic species that have thrived for centuries are disappearing, and entire ecosystems are under threat. The delicate balance of nature that sustains life on Earth is at risk. But it's not just about the environment. Climate change affects human societies profoundly. From communities on the front lines of rising sea levels to those enduring prolonged droughts, people are losing their homes and livelihoods. Displacement, food shortages, and conflicts over resources are becoming more harsh realities for millions. The time to act is now. We cannot afford to be bystanders in this global crisis. Each one of us has a role to play in preserving the only home we have, Earth. We need collective action, and we need it urgently. The science is clear. Human activity, especially the burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, and industrial processes, are the primary drivers of climate change. Greenhouse gas emissions are trapping heat in the atmosphere, leading to a warming planet. But the good news is that we have the knowledge and the technology to mitigate the impacts of climate change. We need to transition to sustainable energy resources, protect and restore ecosystems, and adopt more responsible consumption of production patterns. Sorry, my allergies are bothering me today. It's time to embrace renewable energy. Solar, wind, and other clean technologies offer a path to sustainable future. By reducing our reliance on fossil fuels, we can cut emissions and slow down the pace of climate change. Conservation and reforestation are essential. Forests act as carbon sinks, absorbing and storing large amounts of carbon dioxide. By protecting and restoring these vital ecosystems, we can contribute to the fight against climate change. Agriculture and lifestyle changes matter too. Sustainable farming practices and responsible consumption can reduce the environmental impact of our choices. Each decision we make, from the food we eat to the products we buy, shapes the future of our planet. International cooperation is crucial. Climate change knows no boundaries, and solutions require a united effort. We must support and strengthen international agreements that aim to reduce emissions, protect vulnerable communities, and promote sustainable development. Our youth are leading the way. Young activists around the world are raising their voices, demanding change, and inspiring us all to take action. It's time for each of us to become advocates for our planet, to engage in conversations, and to hold our leaders accountable. In conclusion, the time to act is now. Climate change is not an abstract concept. It's a reality that demands our attention and commitment. Let us be the generation that turns the tide, that ensures a sustainable future for ourselves and generations to come. Thank you for listening, and let us all embark on this journey together towards a healthier, more resilient planet.